Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store.
Some good play from Valanciunas in this one. He has 11 points and the 1 steal. It's been a really complete performance for him today.
No question, he's made an impact just about everywhere on the court.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Jonas Valanciunas having a dominant impact in this game.
How about his first half? Just easily surpassing his average point total.
On pace for a monster game. Too bad he can't score like this every night.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So the Bulls 5 right now. Patrick Beverley out there with Brandon Knight. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And there's Pekovic. And it's Smith in at the 3 spot. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, the Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau, known as one of the most demanding coaches in all the NBA, he said the teams that are special always play with a rare intensity. That's just how championship caliber teams play. He added, I don't think you really feel pressure if you're putting everything you have into each and every day. Sound strategy, Kevin.
He's one of the best getting that kind of effort from his players, Doris. Thank you. Second chance shot. Here's Lee. Blocked. Chicago calls timeout.
David Lee, very light on his feet for a big man. He played tennis until age 12, and that may have contributed to his mobility. But he can really move around the floor for a big man.
Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Barnes. The Bulls leading by 12. And Beverly kicks to Knight. Pass to Beverly. Feeds it to Smith. Smith left side. Smith missing again.
And David Lee, tremendous feet and excellent hands for a big guy. Really good touch, catching and finishing around the rim. Either hand, he's really an adept finisher, whether off the pass or on an offensive rebound.
Henderson kicks to Turner. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Pekovic has got 5 rebounds tonight.
They're struggling here. They're just 1 of 5 to start this third quarter. They've got to loosen up here.
Knight with a screen on Turner. Pekovic dishes to Smith. Shot to end this cold run. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Wizards trailed by 12. Bayless the pass to Henderson. Lee sets a screen for Henderson. Good as the jump shot falls. Henderson's got 6. And for David Lee, Steve, not just valued by his team for his play on the court, but also his presence in the locker room.
Yeah, good teammate, makes a big difference in the community. Those things can really help and make a big contribution to team chemistry. And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Plays it up and banks it in. He's got 12.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
Knight kicks to Beverly. Turner with the steal. Henderson with it, and it's Knight picking him up. Henderson dishes to Bayless. Turner up top. 6 on the shot clock. Lee passes to Bayless. Henderson kicks to Bayless. Dishes to Lee. Over Hill. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Bulls leading by 10. Pekovic with the screen on Henderson. Pekovic with the screen for Knight. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Kicks to Valanciunas. Tries from 7. That's good. Valanciunas has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Wizards. And here is Knight. He's got 9. Here's Pekovic. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
That's been so critical, Clark, because whenever they have gotten the ball into the paint, it's resulted in points, it seems like.
Hill, he's checked in for the Wizards. Here's Lee. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Lee's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
You know, the Bulls' offense was not that great last year. As a matter of fact, they struggled to score. But when they did get to 100 points, they were one of the best teams in the league.
Knight for 3. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Knight's got 11. Well, as you said with the Bulls, a 22-2 record last season when they got to 100 points.
Well, it's a perfect example of how dominant their defense is. I mean, if they got to 100, they knew they could count on their D every single night. But getting to 100 was the problem. They did not score very easily.
The Bulls leading by 11. Hill, a screen on Hill. Knight dishes to Hill. For 3. A nice shot by Knight. He's got 14.
Yeah, and that's his first 3 of the half. There may be more in store.
Well, the league is making a push for more transparency with its officiating since last season, and I really think that's the way to go. They're sharing memos with teams and the media. And I think it's a great step, really, because, again, with all of the information and technology available, fans are able to see more and their expectations are higher. When you can do it at a higher level and to help get things right, I think transparency is a good thing from the official standpoint. Help people understand how difficult their jobs are and the great job that they do as officials.
So for the Bulls, Peroantic, he's checked in for Hill. And it's Crawford in for Brandon Knight. The Wizards also changing it up. Chris Kaman is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And Boris Diaw is subbed for Lee. And Bayless kicks to Kaman. There's the feed to Bayless. Diaw, the screen. For 3, Hill. Pekovic with the rebound. And when it comes to officiating, players have said the main thing they're concerned with is consistency.
That's right. You know, that way they can make the adjustment to how the game's being called. And I think you talk about that open dialogue and transparency. I mean, that can only help. Communicating how certain situations are going to be interpreted.
Here's Crawford. Another one falls for Chicago.
Impressive play there. They have been really good offensively.
Piling up the points en route to this big lead, guys. I mean, they've been unstoppable.
And Turner kicks to Hill. Here's Kaman. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Kaman's got his first points in this one. Here's Beverly. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Passes it to Ontic. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
The three-point shot has been a real weapon for them in the second half.
Yeah, they sure have gotten hot from out there.
Here is Bayless, defended by Beverly. And Bayless kicks to Diaw. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball, just having their way down low.
The dish to Pekovic. They set the pick. Crawford outside. Another 3 for Chicago.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
Here's Kaman. It's hauled in by Ontic. The Bulls leading by 18.
Chris Kaman playing a career low in minutes last season in L.A. Just the latest big man to be frustrated by small ball preference. But give Kaman credit. He didn't rock the boat, and he played well when he was on the floor.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter. It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Everly with the ball. Picked up by Turner. Smith with a screen on Turner. Unloads. No good off the front iron. And Kaman scoring and rebounding. Well, excellent numbers for a reserve big man.
Yeah, really one of his better seasons on a per-minute basis, Kevin. We'll see if that carries over to this season, but the way he does it leads me to believe that he can maintain that pace. Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
And Beverly kicks to Ontic. Good! Ontic has got 7 points.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Diaw. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Diaw's got 4 this quarter.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
And Beverly kicks to Crawford. It's stolen by Hill. Now here's Diaw, guarded by Crawford. The shot will not go. Great D that time from Pekovic. In the corner, it's Crawford. Pekovic with the screen for Crawford. Pekovic with a screen. Crawford with the ball. Picked up by Turner. Such a wide open look. And that's now 17 points for Crawford. And Bayless kicks to Hill. He feeds it to Diaw. The fader. With 1 on the clock. And it's finished off by Kaman as he lays it in. Kaman's got 6. And here at the end of the third quarter. So the Wizards 5 right now. Jay Crowder out there with Josh McRoberts. Then there's Felton. Then it's David Lee. And it's Stauskas in at the 2. No good from outside. The Bulls leading by 16. Terry with a screen on Felton. Kicks it out to Terry. Shot clock at 5. A leaner. Ontic passes to Lure. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow. Lure's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Chicago. Felton kicks to Stauskas. Three-pointer. No good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Knight dishes to Barnes. There's the pass to Ontic. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Felton. Throws it up high. Crowder, the pass to Stauskas. Lee with the ball. Lure's there. And that one's good. 16 points for David Lee. Now Knight. He kicks to Terry. Barnes sets a screen for Terry. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound. Right wing. Lure inside. McRoberts there. And here's Barnes for 3.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Felton kicks to Stauskas. Pass to McRoberts. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Now, here is Knight. Out to the right wing. There's the 3. And that one's good. And the Bulls lead by 17.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Here's Lee. It's hauled in by Ontic. Ontic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's the screen. Knight kicks to Terry. To the inside. Ball stolen. Lee with the ball. Outside, Felton. He dishes it to Crowder. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from 14. Knight grabs the board. Chicago calls timeout. Jay Crowder, a former second-rounder back in 2012 out of Marquette. Those Golden Eagles churn out some gamers, don't they?
They sure do. You think about Wes Matthews, Jimmy Butler, and Crowder is in that same mold. Strong and rugged, a physical defender, a smart player, and plays with a great motor and enthusiasm.
Chicago making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. The Wizards also changing it up. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Lee. Diaw comes in for Josh McRoberts. And it's Henderson for Stauskas.
And you look at Crowder, a combo forward, muscular frame, built like a tight end. In fact, he played power forward in college, but at 6'6", he's played the 3 in the middle.
Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
The Wizards with another miss.
And for Crowder, the three-pointer is his main offensive weapon right now. Not great from out there yet, but you can be certain he'll continue to work on that shot as he feels that 3-and-D niche in the NBA.
Pass to Lure. It's tipped. That's good on the jump shot. Lure's got 4 points this quarter. Wizards trail by 19. Felton kicks to Valanciunas. Back to Felton. Feeds it to Diaw. To stop the drought. That's good. And here's Beverly. Dishes it to Barnes. Over in the corner, Beverly. Fires from deep. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. For Washington, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Felton dishes to Henderson. Back to Felton. Kicks to Crowder. Just 5 to shoot. The feed to Valanciunas. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Barnes has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Beverly. Terry outside. Passes to Ontic. Turnaround Jay. Rebound by the Wizards. Crowder's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Washington calls timeout. Washington's turnaround last year was in part in how they played on the road.
Yeah, they went from being a joke on the road, a non-factor really in 2013, to one of the better road teams in 2014. As a matter of fact, in the playoffs, they blitzed the Bulls on the road in that first round series.
Good point. Washington making some changes. Turner's checked in for Jay Crowder, and Jared Bayless subbed in for Raymond Felton. Diaw, the pass to Turner. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
A big 15-win difference for the Wizards on the road between 2013 and how they ended last year. It really was the catalyst for them getting into the playoffs.
Both free throws good from Turner.
And in the playoffs, you saw how good Washington can be on the road as the Wizards were able to go into Chicago to get wins in that series as well as take road wins away from Indiana.
Ontic kicks to Lure. Shot clock at 6. Terry dishes to Lure. And here we go. Washington fast break. Turner with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Now Bayless. From 18 feet away. And Turner the bucket on the assist by Bayless. The Bulls leading by 13. Now here's Beverly. There's the dish to Terry. Tries to snap the cold streak. That's good. And the Bulls lead by 16.
A little confusion defensively.
Yeah, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that 3.
Henderson with it. The offensive rebound. Outside Turner. He feeds it to Henderson. And Diaw kicks to Bayless. Here's Valanciunas. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw. The defensive presence was almost non-existent. And they may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Kevin, you'd expect them to protect the ball better, but that hasn't been the case here. They've turned it over often, but still find themselves out in front somehow.
Bayless, the pass to Turner. Trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Valanciunas has got 4 points in the quarter. Chicago calls timeout.
You know that old saying, the more things change, the more things stay the same. That applies to Chicago. Once again, they were incredibly tough at home with their defense.
Anderson, he's checked in for Chicago. And then for Washington, Lee comes in for Boris Diaw. And it's Solomon Hill in for Evan Turner. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, guys, Tom Thibodeau had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He wanted his guys to keep up the intensity, saying, if any of you think this game is over, you're wrong. We've got work to do. I don't want to see any letdown on the defensive end of the floor. Guys, let's watch how it plays out.
And here's Anderson from the arc. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. Wizards trail by 14. Here's Bayless. Off target from outside. And that tough defense by the Bulls here in Chicago, Steve, helped them to 27 wins in the United Center.
Well, a tough defense can stifle a lot of teams, and the Bulls have that for sure. That's been the strength of their club for a long time, and when you add that to this kind of home court advantage, it's a pretty tough combination to beat.
And here's Beverly. Terry dishes to Lure. The pass to Ontic. Over Lee. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
And you know, they haven't had the best day inside, but they got one when it mattered most.
Screen by Lee. And Bayless kicks to Valanciunas. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
It's a good thing he showed up today, because without him, this team would be in big trouble.
There's 1:26 left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Ontic. Almost, but it rolls out.
And little to no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, that was a tough one right there.
Henderson, no good.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss. And these are the types of games where it's obvious one team clearly had the edge. Tonight, it's going to be a great win by a large margin for the Bulls.
Clark, the differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
They made the defense adjust by moving the ball like that, and there was no answer for it.
Launches it. Bayless's shot is off. The Bulls shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Terry kicks to Anderson. Here's Ontic. Pass to Terry. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Beverly kicks to Lure. Terry in the corner. Second chance shot. And the basket good.
Just a little bit more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate the win.
Well, they can already start to celebrate, Steve, and they should let their team hear it. They were good.
Feeds to Henderson. From deep three-point range, no good. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long and thanks for joining us as we leave you with the Jordan Player of the Game.